Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am making homemade marshmallows. Add this to the list of things you no longer need to buy at the store, because I'm telling you, once you start making these and once you start seeing how easy it is to make these, you're not gonna wanna just buy a package from them off the shelves anymore, because it's just so much fun to put that extra energy into creating something that's yours, and it also just tastes so much better. Can we talk about the taste is just insane. So let's get started here. I've made this several times with the girls now, and it's also super fun to do with them, and they'll be home later on this afternoon and I can like do the final steps with them. So let's get started. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna start off with half a cup of boiling water, and I'm just gonna put it on my scale here. I am going to be adding the gelatin after, and it's in grams. So this is half a cup of boiling water. And then I'm adding 14 grams of grass-fed bovine gelatin. Okay, that's 14 exactly, so I'm just gonna stir that up, and I'm just gonna set that off to the side here. Let that just bloom and blossom and thicken a bit. Then now on the pan slash pot over here, it's one of those ones that are kind of in the middle. I've got half a cup of water now into the pot, and I'm gonna add a cup and a half of cane sugar. You can also do this with maple syrup as well. We've done it with it before, but we actually prefer the cane sugar version, so I'm gonna do that one today, but you can always use the maple syrup to replace it in this recipe. And I'm just gonna add this directly into the pot over here. It's already starting to get hot. So as you can see, I've added the sugar, the cane sugar, and the water, and it's starting to come up to a boil. And I'm gonna wanna bring this up to 240 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so it's getting there, but as you can see, it's gotta get really, really, really hot. So I'm gonna keep that going. Ooh-wee, that is hot. Okay, so there we go. It's hit 240 degrees Fahrenheit, so I'm gonna take that off now. Okay, so now I'm adding in the dissolved gelatin. Make sure it's fully dissolved into the mixer. And I'm going to then add in the sugar and water. Oh my gosh, this is hot. Okay, now I'm gonna turn on the mixer, and I'm gonna turn it on high until medium peaks start to form. You'll see, it's the coolest thing ever. Like, I can never believe if this actually works. I'm gonna start off slow because there can be some splashing when we've got liquid, and it's really, really, really hot, as you can see. While this is happening, I'm gonna start cleaning up everything that's in the sink. Okay, I got it on full blast now, and I'm gonna start putting the parchment paper down in here. Yeah, so this is when the magic starts to happen. It's not quite there yet. I'm gonna keep on going because you can see it's starting to form, but it's gonna be quite a lot larger once it's actually ready. Okay, so you can see that the medium peaks have formed and that it's very thick. Oh wow, look at that. And that it is totally ready to be transferred into this pan here. I have lined it with parchment paper, and I've also put icing sugar, but I've mixed it with arrowroot on the bottom. So it's not as sweet. You're not using as much sugar as you normally would. It just cuts it a little bit, and then I can also put that on top as well. Okay, so I am going to wet my fingers to transfer this on into this pan here, because it of course is very sticky. So the wetness sort of just like makes it not so sticky. So I'm gonna use this to, just using a spatula here to get it all into this baking dish here. This is gonna be a bit of a surprise for the girls. We've been doing spa nights recently. We've been getting really into them with bath bombs and face masks and calm music and all sorts of things at night. And one of the things is we kind of make like a treat in the afternoon to enjoy beforehand, and they were like, oh, please make marshmallows. So it'll be fun when they come home, because then we can do this all together. So this is the part where the wet hands come in. I'm just going to flatten it down all over the baking dish so that it's nice and even and just spread out mostly. I'm just gonna dust this with some arrowroot powder and then set it aside for 3 to 4 hours. unrefrigerated, just on the counter, and then it will harden up and then I can cut it into little pieces. Okay, so we're back home. It's been just over 3 hours and I'm going to take these off. I'm gonna transfer this onto here. I can see that it's hardened and I'm going to start just making some little cuts with this bread cutter thing. And oh, that's a lot. That is way too much. But I'm gonna make sure that it's got quite a lot on here so it doesn't stick to the marshmallows. This is arrowroot powder again. And I'm just gonna make some cuts into the marshmallows. And I'm gonna cut these ones into little squares. I like to pop these ones into my matcha in the morning. It's really adds this extra delicious layer. And then I've got these little cute hearts as well that I'm gonna do some with. So I can just go like this. We can have some heart-shaped marshmallows. That's actually so cute. That's so cute. And then with these square ones, I'll just put them into the glass as well. And I have another glass one that I can do too. Look how squishy these are. They have such good texture and consistency, and they're really just so incredibly tasty. Okay, I'm gonna leave the rest of this out here for my kids to do some fun little different shapes and stuff with their marshmallows, and then we're going to enjoy them maybe with a cup of tea in the sun because it's so nice outside. And why not? Maybe we'll make some sun tea. Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I think I've decided this time around that I'm going to just use arrowroot powder on the outside because it's not adding the extra sugar and it doesn't really need it. It's already super sweet and it doesn't need to be like overpoweringly sweet. So I think that's my biggest takeaway from this time, so maybe you can try that out as well. I'm so excited to share this recipe with you guys, so let me know in the comments below if you end up making it or if you've made them before and if you have any tips and tricks that you like to use as well. I'm so excited for you to try it. Thanks so much for watching. Ciao for now.